Alrighty, hello everybody. We are live with more Disco Elysium. There we are. Hello everybody. Let me fix that on my screen, which nobody watching can tell. All right, and we were unsuccessful last time using Twitch integration, but I suppose I'll put it back in just in case. Let me pull up the super secret code though. There it is. All right, don't say it out loud. Oh, wait. And connection established. All right, didn't work at all the one time I tried doing it last stream, which was fine. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, so where did we leave off last time? Well, we awoke with a hangover of epic proportions, with no memory of who we are. We quickly discovered that we are a police detective guy, dealing with a murder behind this hotel that we're staying at. But we were on a 3-day bender, so instead of getting the body down and investigating, we got loaded on booze and drugs and everything and have completely lost all memory of who we are, why we were there, or what we're doing. We met up with Kim Kitsuragi, another detective from a different department who was sent over to also work the case. And we are kind of bumbling around, trying to get the body down from the tree. However, we keep vomiting. But we are doing well at our main quest of becoming a superstar cop. So for those that don't know, this game you can play in a bunch of different ways. And when you level up, you put points into different internal attributes, all of who speak to you, whatever has higher levels put into them and can pass checks or sometimes fail checks. So they will speak to you, sometimes helpfully, other times not helpfully, and sometimes saying they're going to help you, but is it really help? Like our friend Electrochemistry, who thinks the best help for us is, well, we do have a side quest of purchasing cigarettes and smoking them, because that is how you detect, apparently. All right, so let us just launch right in. All right, let me check something here. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. All right, that's looking a little better on my screen. I don't think it affected anything on the stream screen. Let me... Oh, where is that? That's chat. Okay, all right, yep, that's looking fine. Yeah, and my camera is blocking our characters here. So this is our guy, currently nameless, because we also forgot our name. Oh, and we're also looking for our badge and gun, which are also missing. And right here is our partner, Kim Kitsuragi. Right here is our health points, and right here are our morale points. So we have two different things, two different damage things that we have to keep track of. both getting down to 0 can kill you. So it is very important to keep a check on those. Obvious, health stuff is definitely more obvious than morale, especially if you're not used to it. You don't know going into it what will end up being morale damage a lot of times. And let's see, what else do we have hiding here? Yeah, just our different things like inventory, journal. I think this is, what is this? Oh, our thought cabinet. So right now we're just a little over halfway through learning some kind of superstar, so we can become a superstar cop. And then Lonesome Long Way Home, to hopefully maybe regain a memory of some kind. So that's another thing that we can get when we sort of awaken certain thoughts, which can then give us abilities that either help or hinder us, as well as more flavor. Alrighty, so let's take a quick look. What tasks do we have? Find out who is in the Union box. Gart has told you some unruly Union men gather in the mess hall at the Whirling and Rags. They're not there today, but most likely they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. We will. Inspect victim's body, hanging in the backyard of the Whirling and Rags. This is a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. That we have not been successful as of yet. We had to pay damages for the hotel we're staying at. I think it was like 100 real or something. Find smokes and smoke them. Track down our badge. Find out who put the clothes in the trash. From the hangman's clothes were thrown in the trash. Read your ledger and name the case. That is something we'll do as a bonus, probably throughout, not all at once, but we will probably wait until 2 a.m. each day to do that, because so like in this game, time only passes when you're making dialogue selections, which include reading. So once you reach 2 a.m., time stops for the day until you go to bed. So you can do all of your extra reading then, and then not lose any time, during the day for other stuff that you might want to do, which is a very good idea for anybody wanting to play the game and then maybe not feeling like you have enough time for everything. Although you do really have time for everything. I think my first playthrough, I ended up doing a fair amount of reading. Like I'd forget about the 2 a.m. thing. And it was still, everything still ended up fine. I was able to get to the ending. So while there is kind of like a time limit in this game, I know it worries a lot of people, that kind of thing, but it's, you'll really have enough time, to do pretty much everything. We got to find out who made a call, reporting the crime. That we'll be finding out. Okay. Yes, we have a task to sing karaoke, hopefully later. Get a reality lowdown. I know who we can do that with. That takes a long time, but it's a lot of world building kind of stuff in that. We figure out, what the deal is with this world, and track down our gun. So a lot of stuff to do, and we only have 20 cents on us. All right. And yeah, looks like it's 12:50 p.m. So we got a whole day here. Let's just have a look around and see about talking to some people. Let's see who this is right here.
The RCM in Martinez.
The young.
What can I help you with?
Yes, the young woman looks up at you. Well, you sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Well, I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
Just tell me where we are, okay?
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
What's in the east?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Yes, we've been to the Freet store already. We do need to eventually go back when we get some more money to buy some smokes.
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Oh, yes, that's what is in the south. All right, what's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
What kind of fish market is this?
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts.
Well, what's in the west then?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Well, thanks. That's all for now.
No problem.
She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek.
She's very well composed, back straight.
All right, I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the cannery yellow glove.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. All right. Free gloves. That's how we do this. Police work. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Hey now. We are the police. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Oh man. I'm not putting this crowbar away. People will be intimidated. All right, let's have a look over here. A glossy magazine, Most Able-Bodied Men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh, and we got a thought from that. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Oh no. Oh, my sounds are broken again. All right, I gotta figure out what the problem is with the soundboard thing. Like, it seems like every time I restart my computer, it deletes all the sounds that I have on it. That is really annoying. Okay. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. All right. Haha, welcome to Revachol. All right, let's talk to this gentleman here.
Welcome to Revachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant, and looks like we're speaking to the racist lorry driver. Well, this should be such a joy. Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
All right. Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to do a quick pause here. All right, sorry about that. I had a little spider situation. Apparently it did not know that I had started streaming and decided to make itself aware. Or yeah, to show itself to me. Oh, always a good time. All right. All right, we'll say nothing. Kim seems to have this in order, or no, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
That's right.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
All right. Let's see if we can be a superstar here. Yeah, we're not gonna be smiling at the lorry man. I think this sounds good. Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. As we punch Kim on the shoulder.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorry man spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Well, now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh. Gotta smoke?
No.
Ah. Our quest for smokes continues on.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking
That's
hand.
right, he does.
Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Fuck yes. All right, then I'm gonna need the one you're smoking.
Can't have it.
Hand it over. I'm confiscating it as evidence.
Evidence of what? I haven't done anything.
He puts out the cigarette and flicks the tiny stub toward the street. Fuck. I oughta.
What, officer?
The man looks at you coolly, noxious effluence wafting in the air around him. We'll say nothing.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
He gives you an ambivalently mocking half nod. Hey, I found this mug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
All right. So what was that argument all about then?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
See, like, I'd like to pick this, like, if we're being sarcastic. Because obviously this... but I don't know if it is sarcastic, and I don't remember from my first playthrough. Alright, well, I don't care. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Oh?
Jesus Christ, no. We are not getting down with racism. We should say that, but we do want to talk to this guy some more, don't we? I'd really like to talk about something else, and then maybe we'll get back to it.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Lieutenant Kisaraga's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there, below.
Yeah, he's probably pissed off.
Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, we failed rhetoric. Alright, we're done for now. We'll see about coming back later and telling that guy to fuck off. Alright, some magnesium. We definitely need all the morale stuff that we can take. Oh my god. Alright, this guy here.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. Oh, hey, Dog Nozzle. How's it going? Let's see. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Yes. Well, why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, then yes. Well, I'm not technically against causes. We'll go with okay. Then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
All right, all right.
Right to work! Right to work!
But working kind of sucks. Nobody likes to work, except those weirdos who are like workaholics, or people who like to grind or hustle, or whatever other words they use for that nonsense.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side.
Oh, that's right, you're strike breakers. I should have said, yeah, we're here to break you up. I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Did I miss anything big so far? No, nothing really. I just kind of like went over what quests we have from last time, and then we talked to the gardener outside. We ended up getting some free gloves, and then we talked to the racist lorry driver, and right now we're talking to this guy. So yeah, you didn't miss much. We are eventually planning on hopefully going back to the racist lorry driver and telling him to fuck off. But we kind of kept him in the middle there for possible other future information.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Right to work just reminds me of the nonsense that we have here in Ohio, and oh no, I gave away my location, and many other states across this country, in which right to work means right to fire for any or no reason. What a wonderful name. Let's see. Well, regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions.
Well, I'm asking you.
Why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, and I guess the other thing that you have missed are my oh, I guess. Okay, that's weird. Now my sound effects are like kind of recording. All right, well, I have no sound effects again because it seems like every time I restart my computer, my sound effects on this audio board get deleted somehow. So I guess I don't have the crutch of sound effects again. Oh no.
So do we, Scott.
Oh, the loitering man hollers in return. Well, I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
Let's see. This is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Well, I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights. while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs
Oh.
underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
Damn. All right.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
This guy doesn't seem like a worker. Funny you should say that, but also spoilers that you should say that. I won't reveal this guy's whole deal, but yeah, I mean, he is pretty suspicious, anyways. Let's see, ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Hey, so you wearing some new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
All right. I actually haven't gone through this interaction, so if it's a spoiler, that's just me stumbling onto it. Oh, no, that's fine. You know, I've played this before, so I know I'm not personally worried about spoilers, just kind of joking about it, but we'll definitely see what this guy's whole deal is much later in the game. In a very, very good scene that everybody who's played through it definitely remembers. Very, very extremely tense scene. Let's see. Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
A deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. I'm gonna figure out this whole strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet. I know bars. I've been thrown out from several. Maybe that's where you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking to you. All right, well, what exactly is your goal here? And I feel like we didn't get what we could have gotten there, but that's okay.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
All right, and you were unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
Well, how bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Well, why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Oh boy.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. Alright, I'm just gonna leave now. Alright, we got a thought.
Some kind of superstar.
Alright.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Alright, we're the first one. Let's accept our thought as some kind of superstar. Alright, so our bonuses from being a superstar cop. We have, well, -1 logic due to the price of self-delusion. Alright. Learning cap for visual calculus raised to 6. Learning cap for suggestion raised to 6. Learning cap for electrochemistry raised to 6. And learning cap for composure raised to 6. Alright. That is good. There we are. Okay, yeah, so we could eventually put some points into visual calculus, so we could be better at our job, which I think would help being a superstar, you know? I mean, a lot of it is about partying and being cool and a badass, but I mean, you got to solve the case though too, right? All right, let's look up here. It says GRIH, and we got a thought. The Greater Revachol Industry Harbor. Okay, let's head on. Oh. Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. This is Call Me Manana.
What did he just call you?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, Kuno. No, I heard scab. All right, come on now. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
All right, well, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Let's see. Well, I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does that mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Wait, past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Alright. Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
There it is right there. Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Right there. Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Oh, we could.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
That's right. That's right. Has any of the scabs tried? No. Well, we don't want to do that anyways. You can play just like the biggest scumbag, full-on racist. Like that's actually an option, which I cannot imagine doing. That seems even worse than like playing full evil in like an RPG that allows for it. I'm thinking like specifically of like Planescape Torment, like especially when you get that like evil magic book, and things are starting out fun, but then it turns to you having to like sacrifice your companions, your friends, to gain new abilities, and it's like I don't think I want to. All right, got it. Another thing.
Sure.
Hey, I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you. All right. Hand-eye coordination. Try to catch it. We have a 72% chance in catching it. Let's see if we do.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
All right, appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM.
We got $1.
Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
He nods towards the protesters. I was too busy thinking we're like $1.80 away from some cigarettes.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Let's see. The Union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
All right, every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
He looks at them in disbelief. Well, all right, I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me by telling me who did it. Actually, it's actually very fun and easy.
I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking.
He shakes his head at the memory.
It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
It's cool how this guy doesn't seem to mind you just asking him for money. Hey, yeah, this guy's a solid union, bro. I do like Manana here. He's always very, very calm and cool. Let's see. All right, what's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
All right, well, nice talk. Gotta get moving. All right, let's have a talk to the big racist gentleman here. We'll do a save, because we're probably gonna get our ass kicked, but I do plan on coming back to hopefully kick his ass. Since we are doing the badass superstar cop, so I do want to get, you know, into the union physically instead of, you know, thinking.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
What?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Let's see. My body does not betray my degeneracy. All right. We'll be cool, calm, and collected here. Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look. When I played this, I had some points into physical stuff and thought maybe I could take Measurehead. Didn't turn out that way. Yeah, I know. Well, we'll see what our luck is on this initial attempt. I'm pretty sure I remember how we can do it after failing, though.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger. Because you are not a threat to me.
All right, we'll keep silent. We'll puff out our chest and still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Uh-oh.
Your breathing.
Oh, we
is
failed
erratic.
endurance.
Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Oh, that is, we failed medium endurance. Oh yeah, we were 1 point away.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Hey, I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
All right. I am the police, and I need you to comply now. Take a step closer.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
This guy just doesn't stop.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
One, there's nothing wrong with potatoes. Potatoes are delicious, and you can do so much with them. And two, hey, I like pop culture. So fuck off.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah.
You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
All right, let's see here. We can ask him to move away. We can push him out of the way. We're not gonna say he's right about all of this. All right, let's get physical. Let's push him out of the way. Oh,
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
yeah. All right.
No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Oh yes, the communication is subscribing to his advanced race theory, in which we have a 58% chance of becoming a racist. All right, no, we're not doing that. All right, we have a 17% chance of knocking Measurehead out. We have a -1 because suggestion is against it. All right, let's check out some of the other dialogue options first. Maybe we can get a couple pluses in there. It's interesting that suggestion being against it gives you a penalty, and there isn't like a backwards thing either, like no -1 for half light with the conceptualization check. All right. Know anything about this racist mug I found in the trash can?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I suppose not. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
All right. Well, we can move one step closer into one of the things we're doing with our character. Communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent.
Hey now.
Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah, isn't that being cool? Unlike you.
Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I like how he still manages to think he's superior even though he's working for the Union boss. Yeah, I know, right? It is true, I am a rock and roll star and a rebel.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race.
Well, wonderful. I need to enter the harbor now on police business.
What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor.
He looks at the button behind him. The tattoos on his face move to reveal the smallest of smiles. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Thank you, Kim. The next racist will be the really good one. Jeez. We can argue racists here. How do you know there will be a next racist?
There always is.
So true.
Race is reality.
He nods approvingly. All right, you know what? 17% chance. Let's see if we can knock Measurehead out.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Kim has a complete rating of all races. Yes, he does. Fuck you!
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't fucking say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Alright, we'll leave for now. However... I think, we talked to the guy down here. Let's see.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter.
All right.
I'm a worker. Right to work! Right to work!
Okay, Kim wants to talk to us.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
It won't?
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
Alright, well, I was just trying to assert my dominance over him.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already is.
But Kim, he's the one trying to provoke me.
And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
He raises an eyebrow. Well, I can't promise that. I might attack him again.
The lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything.
That's right. Okay, that didn't...
Right to work!
Okay, Alright, let's head back up.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
The measurehead thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalczyk crane over using some remote controls.
Ooh.
Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Kim, wait, we have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't.
Oh.
We don't have air support or any of those other things.
Ah, damn it.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He pats the side of his nose with his index finger.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically, grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Oh boy.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Alright, good talking to you. Gotta run. Maybe we don't have enough points in the thing, because I thought the big dude down there was supposed to teach us something.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
All right, this physical instrument. I might wait until I can raise up. Next point, there's physical instrument. I might wait until we can put one more point into that, and then we'll come back. Because I really don't want to do the thing where I just kind of, you know, try it, reload. You know, nobody wants to watch that. So let's just have a look around. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. A foreign car kept in good condition.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
All right, what indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
None of the above. Maybe it's connected to the murder.
If we connect every bullet hole in Martinez to the murder, we'll get an overwhelming amount of loose threads. But then again, we don't really know what we are dealing with here, so...
Yeah, we don't. We still can't even get the body down from the tree.
I've made a note. Don't hold your breath.
All right, well, we got a note and 5 XP, so...
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
All right, what did the king do? 42% chance.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago.
Oh.
How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
Oh, well.
High above you, the king stands
All right,
triumphant.
we'll leave. Okay. Yeah, still can't do anything there. Alrighty. I know there's a lot more people we can talk to in this area, but I think I want to head elsewhere. Also see if we can find a bag to be able to pick up some tear, which we should be doing as we're moving about anyways. Good point, encyclopedia skill. We're too dumb to know stuff like that. Very, very true.
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, "Mankind, be vigilant."
All right. We'll be nice. Good mail delivery box. We'll give it a pat.
The box seems happy.
We did our job.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there. Post la Ventière mail collection box. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
All right, we gained 1 morale point.
And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachon forever.
All right, let's leave. All right, take a look here. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. We have a thought. This book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book is about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. A book about Boidero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. All right, there's someone here.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Let's see. A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Another failure from Encyclopedia. Wait. What? Excuse me. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Whoa, hold up. What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting. Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Oh, this one is. What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamor rings through the honeycomb of classrooms.
What is this feeling?
Remorse. The parquet of assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
And how's this business doing?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed? In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up?
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
Well, this sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Yeah, I don't know if how far we can look into the curse since we aren't doing a Inland Empire run, but I suppose we'll see what we can see.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations!
No such thing.
The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait. Not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Oh, and I was just reminded, like we've had like all of these options about like how we don't think we're a policeman or we shouldn't be a policeman anymore. I know there is like one of those non-standard game overs that you can get where you actually quit. Basically quit the game, like you quit being a cop and it's like a game over. Which I don't remember exactly where that happens. Maybe that's like when you were talking to like your officers like on the radio. Or maybe elsewhere. I don't really remember. But I do know that's a thing you can do. Well, I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little.
What's that mean?
Cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam.
And everything's better now, sir?
Yeah.
That's great, sir.
She smiles enthusiastically. Well, it's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your...
Head, yes.
No, your resilience. No, your mind.
Well, yeah. Most CRPGs I play, it's all about intelligence and the mind. Sometimes charisma, it convince people, get all the info you can. But not in this playthrough. Grit. A total disregard for personal safety. You gotta take the pain. This Mullen guy looks like he'd run to his mom. Ain't got no balls.
That's a bit childish.
A dick with no balls. Bam! Mullen's no real deal. He's got nothing on me.
Obviously, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. Oh, alright. We have a high chance there. Composure, challenging 12. Okay, I'm going to deduce something right now. We have a +1 anxious body language and a +1 afraid of the curse.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
You heard me, hands up. Yeah, I don't think this kid deserves the harsh cop treatment yet. It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Well, it's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Child labor. Chewed on nails means you're recycling your body material. This might be the more correct one. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Oh, that was a master class move. Whatever, kid. I don't need to prove myself to you. LOL at the recycling body material option. Does he think she's a robot? Mate. Well, I don't know. We'd probably have to ask her what a robot is first, since we are failing encyclopedia quite a bit. Let's see. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Good job, Kim. Good job, Kim. And I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
She rubs her red nose.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Let's see. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? 28% chance. We'll probably fail it, but we can always come back later.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Oh, yeah. Oh well. Anyways, hey kid, what is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, yeah, poor people are boring. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, poor people are boring.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Oh, what about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
But what if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah? You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No. Think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and reclamation, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Yeah, and it drags on for years and years with no resolution in sight.
The girl is at a loss for words.
Each of you filling with resentment and bitterness for having ruined each other's lives.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
Each of you tearing at each other's innards, leaving a gaping emptiness, a vacuum heart that still hurts ceaselessly.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you.
I don't need help. I need a real book that tells me how it is, not this drivel.
Sir, sorry, sir. I'm still little. I can't.
Oh, don't worry, little girl. I got a bit carried away there. Let's back up out of this. All right, that's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold, reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Can I become famous by reading one of those books?
I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
Like, these famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Uh, yes, fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. We are a superstar after all.
Why would they do that, sir?
Yeah, this is why. Because I'll be a superstar cop. In the papers and everything. That'll show them.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
And I just unlocked an achievement called Hyperstellar Cop Material or something. Okay. All right. Well, looks like that is all for now. That one's still locked to us after failing it. Perhaps we'll be back later to see what is so familiar about this. I do remember what is familiar about this. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. All right, looks like we got a thought here.
Hey. Psst.
Oh. Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Wait a second. How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
Damn right.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
That's right. Oh, right. That sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
All right. Well, wait first. What's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Hey, now, I don't do failure.
Of course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped, shat on. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
Damn right we are.
Now get to work, comrade.
Let's roll up our sleeves and start building communism. Hopped in.
Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, all right. Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few million eggs.
All right, let's roll up our sleeves and breathe in the pristine air. Thought gained. Mazovian socioeconomics. All right, temporary research bonus, -2 to visual calculus. Looks like a reaction. Research time 3 hours and 10 minutes. So we'll take a hit, -2 to visual calculus, which we might raise up later anyways, but it's only a hit for the next 3 hours and 10 minutes in game. Let's see, problem. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench, where it had been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. All right, let's internalize. All right, we already have our superstar cop thing internalized, and we're working on communism right now. And then oh, there it is, 41% of the way to this lonesome long way home. We'll find out what that's all about soon, I'm sure. And yeah, how's this going? Definitely need to get a point into physical instrument, I think. All right, let's have a look around the bookstore. Gift books and molten candy. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. The book collects the national recipes of Arda, and they are all about lake trout. All right, let's talk to this lady.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like there won't be an opportune moment to ask later.
Sir, don't be ridiculous.
Oh.
I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
Oh.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Son, you got destroyed there. What an idiot you are.
Thank you, physical instrument. So, are you the owner of the store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before, through the doorbell. What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
Yes, as she fiddles with her pendant, then waves her bony fingers directly at you. I love how our skills jump in every once in a while just to dunk on us. Yeah. They aren't very respectful of us at times. So what types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
All right, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Anyways, the girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
We can narc on her. No, she was definitely slacking off. Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
I'm not gonna grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now. It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
All right, well, the girl put up with our shit and she's a kid, and this mom is a jerk, so we're gonna give her a 10 anyways. 10, she's certainly very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Yeah, anyways, I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do you pay the kid?
Good sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
Oh, well, I guess I was mistaken.
Indeed. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
The lieutenant taps his foot. Let's see. You know, all this pressure has made her really anxious. You know, she's been chewing her nails?
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Yeah, what you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. Yeah, she told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Plaisance nods.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
So is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
All right, I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
All right, farewell for now, book peddler. All right, no levels up yet. Oh, we're 5 points away from leveling up. All right. Okay, looks like Annette is back inside, so that's nice. I'm going to take a quick pause here to use the restroom. We'll be back in like 30 seconds or so for some more Disco Elysium. So don't nobody go nowhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Let's see. Let's take a little look around.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Let's see. Storekeep, tell me about these Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdall, the Man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Alright, we can buy that for $9 and read through it. All that might be fun. My first time I played through this, I never really had enough money, and there's so many books and stuff you can buy in this, and board games that you can play with Kim, that I really missed out on. Because I was very I shouldn't buy anything unless I really need it. Let's look through the display of books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs. Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Oh. Uh-oh. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat gamebook set in the world of Heimdall Man, and so much more.
All right, we got a check with pain threshold. Do any of the books call out to me? 72% chance.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ow!
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Heimdall Man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman.
And we have an option. Aren't all women devil women? We'll say interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
All right, and we have an option to also buy the Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman. All right, but we only have $1.20 real. Definitely not enough to buy anything. Let's see. Let's head upstairs here.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy
Apparently.
all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Sex crimes did pique your interest.
Oh.
But still, this Dick Mullen person only gets your pleasure centers down.
Good old electrochemistry helping us pass a challenging roll right there. Let's look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Like, oh God, no. Sure thing.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death.
Oh.
And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
My God.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
All right. 72% chance with reaction speed. Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Oh, what do we have here? Mistaken Identity.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Let's see. Nice, there's some humor in this game. Good day, hope you're well. Hope you're well too, Para. Good day, good day, good day. Yeah, there is a good amount of humor in this game, especially if you play stupid, and even more so when you do fail some checks and your own internal dialogue takes a turn on you. It's always fun. Let's see. Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I am a complicated guy full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
All right. Well, $7.99 to buy Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. Perhaps when we have money. Quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Para. You're new to this game. Thanks for streaming it. No problem. This is my my second time through. I did play it when this final cut version came out with all the narration added to it, or added to pretty much everything. It is a very good game. Probably one of my favorites. And I'm playing a completely different kind of character this time, and so far it's I've already seen a bunch of stuff I haven't seen during my first playthrough, and I'm still pretty much at the beginning. So yeah, this game is pretty fun. All right, who or what is an Innocence?
A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
What is an education?
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Let's see. I thought it was about which of these Innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one? Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
All right, four real and 70 cent real to get it. We're still at 120 though. Let's look through the display.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
Oh, High Speed Love, you say? What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Whoa. Well, we are a superstar cop party guy, so that's pretty cool, right?
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
Not too long. The Anti-Star might be about us. That is very true. Sad that we don't have memory of it, though. Very unfortunate, because that's pretty... God. I'm just... Now my brain is thinking about all those Italian horror movies I've watched in the past and all their eye things. I don't like that.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
All right, we'll leave. We don't have any money for it yet. What do we got down here? Another boring book and just discarded here. All right. One more shelf.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
It's not?
There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Oh, storekeep, what are these about?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no.
Kim, I just got a good idea. We should open up a police store. Let's look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway. Without even curing your cold or anything.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good deal. This book sounds better.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note.
Oh, we don't need any important to note. This sounds like a magic book right here.
When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does this book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver.
Ooh.
And
let's go back to that, the party one.
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Oh, nothing worth buying. And I feel like yeah, if we had a higher inland empire, we probably would have found a book worth buying in there. Or maybe had more comments on that. I feel like I've had more comments with Kim about that, like where we get really into the para-natural.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore.
Oh.
And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
How dare you?
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Oh, we could afford that. We've got a $1.20 right here. Or $1.20. I keep saying dollar. Why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Hey, that's our cigarette money. I know, right? I think the map is how you activate like fast travel in this game, which we don't need quite yet, or really even at all. But going back and forth, like once we're able to cross the canal, it becomes useful. But I remember my first playthrough, like it would just kind of like glitch out, where like the fast travel only worked like a couple of times when I was playing through it. But maybe they fixed that, like, you know, in a patch or something. But we won't buy it yet, because we're just stuck in this little area for a while anyways. What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
But yeah, we're not forgetting our side quest, our very important side quest of purchasing cigarettes and smoking them, all for electrochemistry, because we are party cop. After all, we gotta look cool. Yeah, we can buy the map. Interfacing it. Oh, steal it instead. Ooh. Hey, chat. 42% chance in stealing it. I've never done a thief kind of thing in this game before. I never had any points that were even close to doing it. Should we try stealing it? I'm I think we have to. All right, let's do it. Interfacing, challenging 12. Steal it instead. 42% chance. And we didn't look at it, so she doesn't have her gaze on it. Like when we got the option to steal the raincoat in the little store, and we had the store person looking at it by accident. All right.
You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it.
Yeah, we did it.
You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
Yeah, it was only 90 cents. But we got it. We got it for free. All right, let's look at the map of Insolinde.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Ooh.
Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Let's see. Squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas.
Yeah, I can't wait for hopefully more games in the series just to visit. There's so many other places that they've kind of made up in this world. Will be a lot of fun to check out what they're like.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there.
Ooh.
You have little idea what they are.
Oh, we failed
Distant
encyclopedia
stars,
again.
Gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
All right, let's look at the map of Revachol, where we are.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
All right, and west of the river?
Hudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you?
Ooh, it is pretty cold. Let's back away from that. All right, let's head down here, see if we can activate the curse investigation, maybe.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Let's examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Let's pull them open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I know, right? But we're not normal people. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get back there. Yes, but I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
She's almost begging you. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get back there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm opening them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's rip them apart. This time for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
All right. That we are. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're still 5 XP away. I suppose we'll explore the doomed commercial district. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Ooh. I think once we get 5 XP, we'll probably throw that into a physical instrument. Yeah, and then we'll probably run out and try to knock out Measurehead, see if that works. And if not, then we'll come back and continue investigating. But we have a thought here. No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Uh-oh. Oh no.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Oh, what if? Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
All right. First, check our posture.
Steady breathing. Solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram.
All right, let's check our surroundings.
The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear.
And what about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
All right, we've moved pain threshold up to 58%, +1 for preparation phase complete. Let's break it down. Oh, we failed.
Ow, shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Look how quickly our internal monologue has turned on us. Let's see. Like, please don't cry. Please don't cry. I don't want anyone to see me cry. Let's see. Oh God. This really wasn't the best idea, was it?
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
We've got two different physical skills arguing with each other. Oh, yes, we do.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
All right. Well, we can come back once we put some more skill points into things. Perhaps knocking?
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave. See if we can gain our 5 XP elsewhere. Okay, let's have a look around. Oh, yes, okay. There is a bag for collecting tear. Let's head down the stairs here. Perfect. All right. Let's throw that. There we go. All right, we'll just take all that. We'll be able to dump that off at the fleet for a little money. To Roundabout North. To Cape Side Apartments and Martinez Pier. Let's see. A lonely cormorant surveys the seas, indifferent to your approach. Ah, yes, this thing.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
All right, just for fun, we have a conceptualization check. Impossible. Why am I looking at this wall? 3% chance.
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Okay.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked. Their paint peeling.
All right, if we happen to put any more points into conceptualization, we can interact with that wall later on. Yeah, I suppose we'll head back over here. There's Kuno S on the other side of the fence, or this side of the fence now. All right. Got some magnesium. We can heal up a little bit.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Oh.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pig's come to take me out, trying to snuff me out.
Well, are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
She hisses. Garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. All right, we got someone up there.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice, despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you.
Sorry, I don't have time for this. I just want to finish my cigarette and be gone.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Ooh, hold on. Can I at least have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
Come on. He takes another drag and shivers.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the Frit.
Can't you just, like, toss that one down?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Shut up and throw, kid.
I'm not throwing anything.
There's no way you'd catch that cigarette anyway.
What, really?
Yes, really. Don't even try. You'll just embarrass yourself.
All right, you're right. That was obviously a bad idea. Forget I said anything.
As you wish.
Let's see. Actually, the police really need to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
Well, as soon as we can manage to stop vomiting every time we walk over there.
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Let's look at Kim. Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
All right, we got 5 XP, so we can try to take out Measurehead after this.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
Oh. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
All right, can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Oh, failure from rhetoric. Martin Martinez of the town of Martinez, huh? All right, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
All right, well, we have a red check here. Only one chance. Suggestion, medium 10, convince him to stay. We have a 28% chance, of which we have a -1 because we tried bumming a cigarette off of him. Let's give it a try.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Yep, that's us failing. What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry, huh?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
He takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed.
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Ah, there it goes. Wasted. You would have gotten at least a few good drags out of it.
I know, right?
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. There he goes. He's a walking. Do we have an end option? Hello? Yeah, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't good. We may have soft locked. That is not good. Oh, and I can't even, like, reopen up those things. All right, well, that's not happened to me prior. I know the first time I played this, I had a couple of crashes. This one's new. All right, well, we'll do that and this, and I guess see how. God, I hope there's like a recent autosave. All right. Goodbye, Disco Elysium. All right. All right. Looks like it has us over here. So not too far back, I guess. I guess we'll save the door for later, like when we're coming back. Maybe we'll be able to knock it open, so we can just pick up our bag again.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest.
Oh, well, we'll do that later. I forgot to equip that. There you go. All right, we'll try it again. I'm just gonna, skip through the dialogue since we just did it. Oh, I didn't mean to. Let's do a regular save. And see if that happens again. All right, there we are. I always tend to lose the mouse cursor when it's snowing.
Man on a balcony, nursing a cigarette.
All right, let's.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
All right, let's see. Yeah, we did that.
I don't have time for this.
I'll keep everything the same.
Ask him if he's got.
Apologies, but this.
The god himself.
Absolution? I'm not sure I'm not the.
There's no way. Yes. Really?
As you wish. Is it really that important?
Like a nervous.
All right, but make it quick. I'd even go so.
We will remove the
Oh. No, not you two.
And when did you?
Last week?
You didn't answer the...
It was my son.
A Sunday. He doesn't reply. Someone hides behind.
My name?
Martin Martinez?
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't a place or time.
That time we passed it.
Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
All right, well, I meant to keep everything the same, but I'm surprised that we actually passed it that time, considering how low it was. But all right. Hey, listen, I am just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders. A speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Right. Now, when we zoom down, let's have an end dialogue. There we go.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. All right. Is this the rock?
Stone,
Yes.
like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Let's turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
How are we gonna find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
All right, let's put the stone back. Okay, that was an interesting way of doing that. I remember in a previous playthrough having to go to the other entrance, like over this way that we're walking, and convincing this old lady to let us in. I never got that like secret key, I don't believe. But right now, let's head back over to Measurehead. Since we do have, we do have a level up there. And fortunately that time, everything worked out fine. Okay, let's pick up some tear. I should be checking that along the way. All of these empties. Oh wait, there's another one. Oh, looks like we got a thought.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
Oh, what am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
Oh, what do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
Yes, the defunct research and development building will definitely be interesting. But the church, oh man, there is so much cool with the church when we get there and get to do all that stuff. So good, so good.
Coal City, end of all lines.
All right, let's run our fingers through our dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window.
Ah, yes,
Beyond
we know about that.
The strike breakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Let's clench our teeth to stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
What's across the distributary?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
What's beyond the Couronne?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide.
What's in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Where do I live?
On a street there that flows like a muddy river in the snow, with fire traps rising on either side. A film rental opens its doors to the rain. An armored motor carriage rushes past the corner, where you used to walk together. Suddenly, the hair on your back rises.
Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot how early you can get that. Oh, nice. Thank you, Shivers. I completely forgot how early we get that, which I guess is kind of meaningless for a first-time player, but...
You cannot return.
Yeah. Let's shudder and look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above us?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
All right, well, the raincoat costs quite a bit of money. And we got a guy to knock out, so... Oh, I see you, bottle. We'll take that. Oh, there's just 31 cents lying on the ground. We'll take that. Gotta take Measurehead this time, that's right. Let us just walk over. We'll do a quick thing before we put a point. I just want to make sure it is physical instrument. It is. Okay. All right. Physical instrument. We'll level that up. And we'll do a save game. All right.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
All right, well, we got 42% chance. Gosh, if we fail it, I might just be tempted to maybe like reload once and see if we get it, and then if not, just come back, like after, you know, see if we can raise physical instrument again. As we got to do this way, being a superstar cop. We can't use our mind, but we do have a +1 because we got advice from the scab leader, so let's try it out. Ah, we failed.
It has happened again. The Titan has your fist locked in his hand, and he's twisting it.
All right, well, let's see if we can do something anyways.
Another fit of criminal rage. Who are you, in your own words?
I'm a cop.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
All right, let's try saying it. I am a violent drunk.
Good. Now go.
All right.
Please, stop doing this. You are making us look bad.
Ah, thanks, Kim. All right. Oh, let's reload. We'll try it one more time, see if we get it, and then if not, we'll reload and go do something else.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Ah, yeah.
You have
another
really
failure.
Let yourself go.
It has happened.
Another fit.
Help!
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed. Good.
Let us out. Let us
Now
out.
go.
Let us out. All right.
Please, stop doing this.
Okay. All right. We'll reload and come back later. Okay, let's see. Let's stop into the store here. I can drop off what few bottles we have.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
All right, yeah, we gained 80 cents. Still, yeah, pretty, yes. Oh, 69 cents short of being able to buy some cigarettes.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Still too low to steal that raincoat. Perhaps later. We did get all wild trying to steal that map, but I figure raincoat is more of a substantial thing. It might have some good stats for us. Alrighty, I suppose we're probably not good with the body yet. Let's check anyways.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Yeah, we need some endurance on that guy.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza.
That's visual calculus. We're really low on visual calculus. All right, well, let's head up further up here. Let's see, inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Oh. All right, let's talk to the girl.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
Hi, it's Cindy the Skull, Kim.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull.
That's right.
What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Yeah, let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Why not? I never figured out what was up with this girl. She's like part of a gang. And if you have like high conceptualization, you can do something with that wall back there that we tried looking at before, you know, we had to restart the game. And if you do that, you get some other stuff with her. I won't say in case we happen to do it, but you know, and you can also, I guess, like there's some other gang people that you can find that I think you can like reference her with, but she's like a graffiti artist kind of gang person.
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. Let's see. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Or, as what is written, she nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Oh, we can do wacky.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Let's see. So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
All right, well, I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. Oh, I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Darn right you do. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
All right, I'll catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
And, something, people might not think of after that, or just think she's referring to the lady on the boat there, but, it's very smart otherwise, because, spoilers, we do have eyes on us. All kinds of eyes. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. All right, let's talk to this lady here. She is also who we can get a reality lowdown on, which is very informative, but it takes a good long time to go through. So I might save the lowdown for like the next time that we're going to be running this game. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. Joyce is her name, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see.
A striking woman
Yes.
leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Yeah, I was talking to this lady when I realized how cool the world building in this game is. It does take a long time to go through, though. Yeah, definitely. For sure. Let's see. Let's throw her off. RCM, what is that? I'm a little foggy here.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
Joyce L? What does the L stand for?
Phaeton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. Well, what gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
All right, well, we'll shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, She could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Oh.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual.
Very.
But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Oh.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
That's right. Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
What happened the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Well, still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
I'm pretty sure I do. I police.
It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
Oh, so many good options here. Wait, exactly how little known is this fact? Yeah, more like the Anarchy Act, in my opinion.
No need to politicize this. You may still ask for the lady's passport.
Yes, I'm gonna need to see your passport.
Of course.
She searches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Let's look at the passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent.
Let's look at the photo page.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
So, your name is Rejoice.
Yes, but please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
This says you're from Vesper?
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
All right, everything appears to be in order here.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Do you have a name?
The boat? No.
Oh, the boat.
It's called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
You're welcome, Kim. Anyways, before our rude interruption, not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago? What?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou? I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Oh, Kim called out.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
All right, I think I have a handle on the boat situation.
Good.
Okay, let's see. You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Wait, what? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
Wow, what nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Hell yeah. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling?
Damn right.
No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
All right, well, we have a volition check for the money. 42%, +2 Mazovian socioeconomics approve. All right, we have +2 with the power of communism. Why not?
Voila, you're doing it.
We're doing it. We passed the check. Give us money, 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 money.
Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
You seem rich. Can I have some money? Oh my god. Money!
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. The wind is a bit strong. Could you repeat that?
I need money!
How much money?
Can we go for it all? Can we get 10,000 real? Maybe we shouldn't go for it all. Let's try 100. I need 100 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small. Not fantastically large.
See? Oh, she reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. In it, you see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch. There must be about 200 real in that zip bag, maybe a little less, plus some change at the bottom.
I like how you can ask for 1 cent just for the heck of it. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, and with what she said, I guess we wouldn't have gotten 10,000 real. Oh, but man, if we could buy everything in this game. I'm just thinking about what we could buy now, but we do owe Gart 100 for the room and damages. But I think I want to blow some of this money. And then we can beg Kim for the money for the room. Hopefully that way we can still have some money to play around with. I've never had near this amount of money in this game in my first playthrough. I've never done this. I've never even tried asking her for money. I usually just ended up having Kim pay for the room at the end of the day. Wow. All right. We're going to buy some smokes after this before I end the stream. We got to smoke up.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You bribed me, all right. I'm your little peon now. I'm an honorable policeman. I'm still trying to get my head around this whole money concept. Oh, let's do the communist thing. Funny that you're worried about this and not your ruthless exploitation of the entire human race.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
All right. Okay, yeah, there's our option of getting a reality lowdown. We'll come back for that. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
Like, that's it? I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time. The money I owe is so much less than that. What exactly is a billion?
It's a number, officer. A big one.
But what is it made of?
It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
A wave hits the sloop. She grasps the mainstay for balance.
A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterlers 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company is nothing without them.
We built this district,
she says calmly.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas, Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall rises.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
All right, what can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Oh.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. So the strike is connected to the lynching.
Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
I'm trying to think if a superstar cop would think that is cool or not. I guess we could just take the neutral option and just say, okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Over-aggressive commie posturing, that would go against everything that our character believes currently. I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me.
Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, about anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Let's see. The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strikebreakers. You put them there, right?
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Okay. Tell me about this Union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Well, I don't think I'll turn down money from him, when we get the chance.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
She stops and smiles. Let's say nothing.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself outside the Brothers Clare?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
All right, well, I do know that the Union in this game is corrupt, but we are playing a communist, so we'll just go, an effective advocate for the rights of the local working men.
Why do you think so?
Between Everart, the human leech, and Measurehead, this union sounds like a motley crew. I'm into it. Wink. Oh God. I don't know. They're good labor men. Can't fault them for a little corruption, right?
Ha! A real man of the left. What else can I tell you about?
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Yes.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
All right, that's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
All right, what can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Uh-oh.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
Does it?
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Oh, how do I negotiate my way out of this? I don't think I've ever succeeded at this. But we have a 42% chance plus 1 sympathy for your amnesia. It's a red check. We can't do it again. So if we fail, we'll have to come back with our badge, which is how I've done it before. Let's try it.
Feelings
failed.
will guide the way.
Feelings will guide the way. Oh boy. But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing.
Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this impasse. This isn't some side gig for me.
You have so much else. I only have this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case. Oh, all right.
Officer.
The carbon fiber hull creaks. Yeah, we're taking some moral damage there. This case is what I will be known by.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, whoops. Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
All right, let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
All right, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Why are you trying to shut down the party pipeline?
I assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Damn right. Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer.
Oh.
I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
All right, well, yeah, I've made up my mind.
Yes?
We will take the case, probe the drivers, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. All right, well, we'll save the reality lowdown for maybe the next stream that we run this, because that takes a while. Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
All right, yeah, we're still 60 away from leveling up again. So before I end stream, let's head over to the Freet and complete a very important side quest. Perhaps the most important thus far. We still haven't gotten the body down. We still haven't been able to beat up Measurehead to get into the Union. However, we have 102 real and 31 cents. We can buy some smokes and smoke them. All right.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
All right, give me some Astra cigarettes.
Here you go, mister.
All right, we got a pack of smokes. While we're here, let's buy
some... A small
some...
cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay,
yeah, let's buy
here.
A few of these.
I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here.
Okay.
I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better.
All right, that is a little better. Let's head outside. And even though we're not doing this for any checks or anything, there we go. Let's have a... Oh, we have a thought.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
All right, pull one out of the pack.
You picked the best one.
Yeah.
This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here.
Hell yeah.
Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Here we go.
The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Damn right it is. Oh, we don't care about repercussions. Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe it in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Chill as balls. Johnny Thundercop, baby. All right. We had our first smoke. Task completed. Find smokes and smoke them. Gained 30 experience points by having a smoke. All right. Oh, we had our first smoke. We'll use that periodically, and perhaps next time we'll head back into the Freet and maybe buy some booze. Always good to have some booze, and I know later on we'll get some drugs going too. We're definitely going to be a party cop, for sure, as well as being the superstar. I mean, they go hand in hand. Come on. But right now, I think that's where I'll end for the evening. Seems like a good time to stop. So when we do come back to this game next, perhaps we'll go through the reality lowdown. We'll get some XP that way, get a little bit of the world going, and then hopefully we can do the two big things. One, beating up Measurehead to get into the Union, and then two, getting the body down without vomiting constantly. But that'll be a few days from now. Since I have decided to start doing two concurrent games on stream. So tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, we are going to start with Stray, the cat game. So yeah, Friday and Saturday will be different games. So we'll play Stray. I know it's a shorter game. I don't know if we'll get through the whole thing tomorrow evening, or if we'll have to end up stretching a little bit out to a Saturday evening. But then after that, we'll start another shorter game. I haven't 100% decided yet what that'll be, but I'm kind of leaning towards the shape-shifting detective to follow Stray, which will be, I guess, my first FMV game since Phantasmagoria 2, and a newer one, and one that's supposed to be legit good instead of ha 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 funny bad. So that should be fun. Let's see. Nice. Now we look cool. Very cool. We are cool. Really enjoying watching this. See you next time. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, for sure. It's a fun game. Glad you're enjoying it. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, or technically today for me, 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll be starting Stray. So Sunday evening, 10 p.m. we'll be back with Disco Elysium. So yeah, basically the schedule is gonna be like Sunday, Thursday, Disco, until we finish, and then Friday, Saturdays will be the smaller games, just to kind of switch things up. Even though I'm really back into this game and totally want to keep playing it, but I think it's best for everybody and me to kind of stretch it out, because it is kind of a longer game, and we'll get some other games going up, keep things a little fresh. But yeah, thanks everybody who stopped in, and anybody watching this after the fact. So tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back with Stray. Until then, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye.